Can I come back to the U.S. on an L1A visa with a deportation order? And a flip side, if there has not been a deportation order, there was a removal, a voluntary departure, I should say. So let's tackle this issue.
Okay. Whenever there's a deportation order, there's going to be, if you exit without that changing, a bar. Let's say it's expedited removal. You come in at the border.
Yes.
CBP just says, we're deporting you. There's a 5-year bar. If you go through the hearing with the immigration judge, almost always, if you depart, it's a 10-year bar. If, on the other hand, there's more than once that you've been deported, it's going to be a 20-year bar. Okay? And so it depends on which it is. But technically, if you have an L1A, you should be able to come back if those other things are not an issue. Okay?
So just so you know, an L1A visa, we do quite a bit of that, is a visa where you own a company in the United States or you work for a company in the United States. You're an executive in that company. We prefer L1A where you are an executive, you're a president, you're a vice president, you're a majority shareholder manager, for example, and you also own a company either in your home country or some third country. And if you have management capacity, executive capacity in 2 companies, you can come back to the United States as a manager of your own company through a visa called L1A. Obviously, if you've been deported, it's more complicated. Hopefully, you're not deported and you get voluntary departure and you're smart about how you position yourself and you leave beforehand if you cannot adjust within the United States. Generally, if you have an L1A visa, you're more likely you're going to have to leave and come back, but do not get to the point where you may get an order of removal. Try to get voluntary departure beforehand. It used to be that you could get voluntary departure quite easily before the current administration. It was called basically prosecutorial discretion. Now it's been removed. Now you got to go to the judge. Judge may or may not give it to you. Generally, they will if you make an argument good enough as to why you want it. You got to also deal with the prosecutor, but overall, it's doable, and so don't give up.